And welcome back to another lit video by your boy Dr. Driller, right? So on this video, I'm just gonna go through the whole concept of what is resistance and what is support, right? So the first thing that you're gonna do is to define resistance and support. The second thing is to be able to familiarize ourselves with resistance and support on the market. And the last thing of which is very important, and which is one of the main reasons why I was able to shoot this video is on how to utilize support and resistance to benefit us from the market. So, like I've said, the first thing is to define. So, what is support? Right, the support is the bottom, or yeah, just the bottom respected level of the market, whereby the price would fall from the upside to the downside to respect that level and find it very difficult to break below it, right? To break below that level, respect it and change direction, shoot to the upside. So it serves as like a floor of the market, right? And we are having our resistance. So from the market will shoot from the downside to the upside and get to the upside to only respect that level of which is resistance. So to respect that level and then get there, the momentum of the price now decreases, and from there the price change direction to shoot to the downside without any breakage to the upside, or without any breakage above that level of which is resistance. So informally, um that remains the roof of the market, that remains as the roof of the market, our resistance, right? So on how we are able to know hore, this is our resistance and this is our support. I'll just do this to try to be able to show what do I mean by resistance and our support, right? So would be the market movement, this will be the market movement, this will be the market movement, right? So now we are having this level here because it's above level as our resistance, right? It's the level where the market will just come and respect it and failing to break above it, and this one serving as like the roof, like I said, serving as the roof, and this one being our support, because it's the one that supports the market from the bottom, and the market find it very difficult to break below this level here. So the market will rally from the upside to the downside only to respect this level and change the direction, move to the upside. So that's that with those two zones, right? That's just that with those zones. And now let us move to like the market to be able to find those zones on the market, right? So I'll just use this price over here. Let me drag this rectangle to, and voila. This remains our resistance, right? This remains our resistance. Let me just check. This remains our resistance, and then we are having our support over this level here. So on how are we able to determine that this is a legit, or verified, or whatever the word that you could use to validate that this is a respected level being a support or resistance? The only one way to find it is by three confirmation touches. Now looking at this, now we are able to say this is our resistance because we are having 1, 2, and 3 touches over here, right? So this is our resistance, and this is our support because we are having 1, 2, and 3 touches, right? So those are the minimum touches that could really validate that's your support. And it brings us to what we said earlier on, how we could use these zones to really benefit from the market. First thing that I would advise for to use is as this. counter trend lines, right? So counter trend lines to our market. Now we are able to know that like after the market has broken our level, now we are able to find ourselves entry. So the market reversed at this area, and then now after breaking our level just around this area, now we are able to find ourselves entry to the downside up until this area, and then from here again to the upside. From here again to the upside, after the market break above this level here, we are now able to find ourselves buys from this level up until this level, right? So now the interesting part: how do you trade these zones after the market has broken above or below the respected levels, right? So on how you can go about it is to wait for the market to retest. After the market break above, now you have to wait for the market to retest to come back to this area and be able to find yourself entries just around this area. So but then the question is, how do you avoid fake outs? Fake outs being, let me just do this. Let's say you've catered for this being your resistance, no, for this being your support, but it really won't be your support because now you'll be having one two touches. So this wouldn't really be your support because you're having like those touches, right? So this is really your resistance because you are having three touches to it, and this now becomes a retest. And after retesting, um you find yourselves entries just around this area going to the upside. And the most important thing, right, about this strategy is that you have to wait for the market to close a candlestick just around that level, So this being our resistance, it now becomes our support, right? So we from here we're taking our market to the upside. Remember, support will always ensure that you find yourselves entries to the upside, whether you're buying your market simply. So now, how do we really find ourselves entries? You have to wait for the market to close a candlestick just around this area, and then from there, that's when you can be able to find yourselves entries to the upside. And then, where do we place our stop loss? You have two options on where to place your stop loss. If you are having like a tighter account, you can just place your stop loss just below the candlestick just broke above your level, just broke above your respected level being resistance, or you can place it just below this leg over here, to ensure that, I don't know what to ensure, but just to be on the safer side. But other than that, and how far could you possibly take it? How far could you possibly take it? Remember, we said like a confirmation of these levels is third touch, right? So this becomes our level because we are having 1 2 3 4 touches to it. So this is how far you can take it, not just there but also just around this area. So you could at least have like a two take profits. This being your first take profit, and this being your second take profit, because also just around this area we're having like three touches to it because it's 1 2 3 touch. And then that's when you know that this is like a very respected level on the market. So the market is it's most likely to retest or reverse just around that area. So, and that's just that for this video. I hope it really helped in a way that it should. By the way, thank you very much for tuning in and making it this far. And if you made it this far, please like my video and drop comments on the comment section. And also, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Dr. Driller. Danko.